Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Go ahead and subscribe. Today, we're going to talk about this whole P. Diddy fiasco. P. Diddy is industry bait. Well, you've heard of industry plants, but guys, I've been building on this for over 6, 7 months. I've been talking about Diddy. He's industry bait, and we're going to talk about how he is baiting most of the music industry to get brought down with him. Now, it'll be very interesting to see if he is not on side watch, because that was something I was getting months back, that he may try to take his own life. So, what is industry bait, guys? And I'm going to tell you guys how this has to do with an entity. This has to do with more than an entity. This has to do with a soul archetype. And about 6 months ago, I had a session. I did a past life regression quantum healing session. And my client was taken up to another dimension, and she found a soul archetype. This soul archetype is called the Orgon spirit. It's the Orgon soul archetype. And this entity or soul archetype, I spoke to him in great detail. He had been leeching and sucking on my client's energy for over 14 million years. And then I asked him, is there anyone that we may know that shares this same soul archetype as you? And he said P. Diddy. He said that P. Diddy is also part of this Orgon spirit soul archetype. We can look at this like the devil, and we can look at this like, like a lower field energy, but nevertheless, this is much bigger than Diddy. Diddy was bait. He was set up to bring people down because Diddy has a spirit on him. And what this Orgon spirit does, guys, is it operates much like the grays, but it's more sophisticated because it gets you to take a soul contract. And so even when you pass away and you incarnate back, you're still in this soul contract with this Orgon soul archetype, right? So you don't get in a soul contract with grays. They just kind of jump in and leech off of you until they find another host, right? So this is very deep. It's not just Diddy, guys. Diddy is only the physical representation of the Orgon energy that I met in my session. And I told him, it's the end of the line for you. You can't suck off of people's energy. You can't enter false soul contracts with people and ruin their lives over and over and over again. And so I did some clearing in that session. And I truly believe that this is why we're seeing this all fall down. Now, I don't believe that, am I the only person that has come across this soul archetype? Maybe in the capacity of having a name, right? But I believe there's many of us grid workers or light workers that have been collectively taking down. This collective devil is what it is. And so when you see someone like Diddy comes in the flesh, just know that he has a legion of demons that are with him. He's in a contract. He is the physical manifestation of this Orgon soul archetype, devil archetype. And what they specialize in is not only feeding and sucking off your energy, but they're really like those incubus succubus spirits, where what they do is they attach to your lower chakras. So if you have this Orgon soul archetype or spirit on you, which is like what Diddy represents, you may be attracted to low field sexual acts. You may be, have an unhealthy appetite for sex. You may just always be thinking about your basic needs of survival a lot. Food, shelter, clothing, lots of materialism. If you're just enamored with so much materialism, you may have this Orgon energy or this P. Diddy energy on you, right? So those are just a few telltale signs. So what this Orgon energy is, and Diddy, and I'm going to show you that this is what Diddy has been doing to all of his, so to speak, victims, alleged victims. I'll say alleged, girl, but we all know what it is. Because I partied with Diddy back in the day, not because I purposely partied with Diddy. I used to be in the music industry, and my best friend had a recording studio that was in Robin Thicke's house. So we would always go to singer Robin Thicke's house. He lived in the Hollywood Hills, and we would go there. We were there all the time, right? And so the BET Awards were always on my birthday every year. So Robin Thicke would always have a party, like a BET party after the BET Awards. It'd be like the after party. But it was interesting because it was always thrown by like P. Diddy or the person who taught him all this disgusting stuff, Andre Harrell, right? And there'd just be celebrities galore. So I grew up. I was quite young at this time, but I grew up in Hollywood. I've seen this man get more and more disgusting as time goes by. And it's very interesting. We always just knew when it was time to leave, because after the after party, they would go around and they start picking people or asking people if they wanted to stay for the after party. And one time my friend was like, "Oh, they want me to stay." I was like, "Nah, get your butt in this car. I'm taking you home to your daddy, girl. He ain't gonna be calling me. You ain't about to get lathered up in all this 1,000 bottles of baby oil." Yeah, I'm laughing. I'm making a joke of that. But see, that's how you know, like, he's absolutely bait. Is because even look at how he was built up. He was like the king of the 90s, right? In the early 2000s. And then now he's been reduced to someone having 1,000 bottles of baby oil. Like, it looks crazy because it's supposed to look crazy. But going back to the soul archetype, this soul archetype at the end of an age, all the energies have to return to source. This soul archetype, we have been putting pressure on this soul archetype, this Orgon soul archetype, for millions of years. We've been doing the work. Us grid workers, us light workers have been doing the work for eons to defeat this. And what you see in Diddy is nothing more than what's happening in the spirit, as above, so below, as within, so without. Diddy is the manifestation of what's happening to this Orgon energy in the spirit. And Diddy, make no mistake about it, he will use magic. He has a legion of demons inside of him controlling him. Right now, they are telling him to off himself. This is what's going on because they are scrambling. These demons inside of him are scrambling. And if you don't think it's possible to have a legion of demons inside of you, well, if you have parasites, fungi, mold, those are lower field energies inside of you, and they are controlling your thoughts and possibly even your movements, the food that you crave, the water you drink, the company you keep. So it is quite possible. A demon doesn't always have to look like the red guy with the horns. It can literally be someone in your life just planting little seeds here and there to take you down, to bring you down to a lower frequency. So this is who Diddy is representing. This is what's going on in the spirit. Okay. So the next thing I want to segue into is Sean Carter and Sean Puffy Combs. Think about it. He's industry bait. Just as Tyler is, I've been saying this, Tyler is industry bait. Tyler is a lovely singer from South Africa, but me have been in this industry for a very long time. I understand what they do. They'll build you up. They'll give you the trinkets. They'll give you the team around you. But these team members around you, they are all in on it. They're going to be your handlers, the one giving you the purple pill, the red pills, and all of that. They are absolutely going to build this false world around you. And the moment that they need a scapegoat, and you don't comply, they're going to pull the rug from underneath you and use you as bait. They are baiting everyone. So as of P. Diddy, how is he being used as bait? Well, first you got to think about his last name. P. Diddy combs. You think about the honeycomb, right? The bees go to the honeycomb and the honey is sticky. Look at now, they're saying J-Lo is not as innocent as you think. Look at all the other people scrambling. You got CEOs of, music executives stepping down. You got Justin Bieber hiding out in his house. He won't even come out. You got people scrambling. You got people trying to move around their money. You got Jay-Z trying to distance himself. But like I said, as soon as we see P. Diddy Combs go down, Wizard Jay-Z is next. He's absolutely next. So we'll see how he tries to weasel his way out. We got Beyonce and Jay-Z's fake divorce. They've been separating assets for a long time now. Been telling you that they are, I wouldn't even be surprised if they're not married on paper. They've been separating assets for at least a year and a half, if not more. They've been slowly doing this. They know that this has been coming because he is the honeycomb. So we got all of the industry stuck there. And who do we have stuck there? The people that were in this hip hop, pop. This is why they made hip hop popular. It was to sick people to this disgusting honeycomb. All of these deviant acts that these people have been doing. Trust me, P. Diddy is only the one that was used to bring a collective, just to see what the collective would do when they had money. He brought them all and stuck them all here. And a lot of people are going to go down. A lot of people are jumping ship right now. And a lot of people are scared. And a lot of people are trying to get their house in order because their house was never built on a strong foundation. Because they allowed themselves to be baited. And now this honeycomb must fall down, and everyone stuck to it will fall down. Absolutely. But Jay-Z is also a wizard in the spirit. I've seen this. He's a wizard. He works with magic, or rather he has people in places, in position, working with magic and working with, quite frankly, demons. I'm seeing 3 demons that he feeds, that he gives things to keep himself protected in the spirit. But see, it's not going to work, Jay-Z. It's not going to work. Now, if you're billionaire friends, let's see how powerful you truly are. Because now that P. Diddy, the bait, is out of the way, what will they do to the plant? Jay-Z. Jay-Z's the plant. He's not as powerful as you guys think. He only has the power that another man has given to him. He's a plant. Absolutely. So, will they uproot this plant now that the bait has ran its course? I do believe that. But in truth, the problem is that we got the wrong guy. Yeah, he deserves, he's gonna be in jail anyway. But what I'm saying is, dig deeper. It's just like the Kate Middleton thing. Kate Middleton was saying, I'm not here, but that ain't the issue. The issue is that my consciousness has been extracted and changed and rearranged. The issue is that how many other people have they done this to? How many children? How many missing people? This is the same thing. Dig deeper. It ain't about Diddy. The source is this Orgon spirit archetype, and there's millions of people walking around. If we were to have some like special goggles on and see these people all at night, we would see them shapeshift. We would see them as their true reptilian selves. We would see it. We have to dig deeper. We haven't got the right guy. There's more to take down at the top, but that's the thing. That's why he's bait. They're throwing him out there so that they don't get caught. And these people are in super high places. Diddy is nothing compared to the people that are really behind the rings. You know what I mean? The T rings. If you know, then you know. So, yeah, Should we be we shouldn't even be celebrating this. It's a false win. It's a false win. Yes, he needs to pay for his not disgusting acts because that's not a crime. But what is a crime is trafficking. What is a crime is putting your hands on people. What is a crime is messing with underage, you know what. All of that is a crime, and he will pay for it. But what they're trying to show you, they're not even showing you all of that. They're showing you baby oil, and they're showing you his disgusting personality. That's what the media is showing you that's going on trial, and that's not the real issue. They need to speak on what the real issue is, and they don't want to do that because if they tell us that the real issue is the ex trafficking, the real issue is the underage, messing with underage men and women or boys and girls, if they tell you that, then it's going to open up a can of worms. So they have to show you the baby oil and they have to show you, keep talking about the freak offs. No, I don't care what you do in your personal bedroom space, but we're not talking about the issue, the bigger issue, because he was bait. He's to lead people off of the real trail, off of the real scent, from smelling what's going on at the absolute top. And these people at the absolute top of this music industry are not real. So it would just open up way too much. And in truth, all of humanity is not even ready to see all of that. So that's what I'm saying. We still have to dig deeper. We haven't got the right person yet. We may have caught one of them, but there's thousands more that have to be taken down that are a lot more powerful, that are part of this Orgon soul archetype. We have to dig deeper. So this is what's going on. This is what bait is, industry bait. It's when you give someone a bunch of shiny, flashy things, you give them money, you give them influence, and then you see and you sit back and watch and see just how many people you can coerce to take the bait. And a lot of people will be going down. We're going to have to just watch and see. But like I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up like Epstein. I would not be surprised because that's already what's in his energy field, and he's thinking about it. It's a possibility. But more importantly, those demons inside of him are the ones feeding him that idea, right? So I'm going to leave this video right here, guys, but subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to book your own quantum telekinetic reading with energy healing, just go ahead and email me instructions number 4 humanity at gmail.com. Guys, I love you. I love you. I love you. And so it is as we walk together in divine love. Be well. Be well, guys. Bye.